Hello and welcome to the Stack. Another episode. I don't even remember what episode we're on, but it's another one. I've got Andy with me, my co-host, and I've got PamWow and TheRealZeroez and CamJam already coming through in chat saying, "Take off the mask." So they already want you
Nah,
to strip.
I'm all right.
We're already starting off with that lewd content, but no, it's good to be here. It's good to have the OCE.
After hours.
It's good to have some OCE representation. You know, finally, you guys got well, the servers are old news, but TheRealZeroez has been around for a while. He's been playing. He played before. He played when the original Australian servers were around, and then when they got removed. And now that there's a big enough community, and they have their own servers, and they have their own VRML division, he's back again. And PamWow, one of the best casters, the best caster in the OCE region. He's got we were talking about this earlier. He's got natural talent, and he's only going to get better and better. And he's one of my favorite casters. So
thank you very much.
You deserve it 100%. So I guess, Andy, do you want to start off with the questions?
Well, sure. I mean, let's just start off with Zeros. Well, when did you start playing exactly? So when was that they removed the servers and when all that happened?
All right, so I would say very early 2018, late 2017 is when I started. So just when like the old lobby was starting to, slope off before they got the new one, that's around when I started playing.
What was the name of that first team that you actually played with, Zeroez? I forgot. I'm having a mental blank. The first team you played with, because I remember doing my interview on you, and you had like 5 previous teams that you'd played for that like no one even knew about. You can bring them up here on the VRML website.
Yeah, might as well find it.
You might be confusing.
Yeah, find it out while
I am confusing. That's why I'm going to bring it up and just remind him.
Was it Eclipse?
And expose him. I'm going to expose him. It's okay. Don't worry. Give me a few seconds. Yeah.
I was going to laugh at the Eclipse joke. I mean, it's really played out. It's really played out.
I wasn't paying. I'm sorry. I'm
You're supposed to be participating. Now you're focusing on finding out what team he's on. But
yeah, I'm trying to find it. All right, I'll get this in.
So wait, what was your first team, PamWow?
My first team, Breach and Clear, from OCE, good team.
Are you still with them?
And no, not anymore. I left as soon as I started casting because it was kind of like most of our games were on Saturdays, like Sundays on the weekend, right? That's when we had most of our games. And so when I was actually doing casting, it had to be on that same day. So I couldn't like be in my team playing and then obviously casting at the same time unless you wanted to hear some heavy breathing in the mic. And we just going, yeah, PamWow grabs this. Unless you wanted to hear that going on halfway, and that wasn't going to happen. So yeah, I decided to stick with casting. And I remember actually when I first joined the server and I did like my first casting with TheRealZeroez, they were just doing their own like mini OCE Cup. So when I actually first started that off, things were looking dire. I mean, all I remember is TheRealZeroez just talking about movies. He ended up talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas or something like that. I don't know, some crazy stuff. Just anything besides casting. So I joined him like, hey, you need a hand there? He's like, yeah, sure. And after that day, after I casted, then everyone in that community was just like, yo, you need to be the person. Like, you need to be our person. I'm like, no, I'll do it.
I was so surprised. You just came out of nowhere. You just knew exactly how to start casting.
I mean, sometimes people just have that talent. I didn't have that talent, but sometimes people have that talent, and I don't know if it's a calling or whatever it is, but you find something you like, you enjoy it, and you do it, and we, all the casters at VRML, it's like a little club, and we work hard for what we do, and and we strive to be the best we can, and to see PamWow come out of nowhere and be at that level, like it was a treat, and it was awesome to see.
Yeah, a lot of people were really like hype about it though, because a lot of people were comparing you with Palador, and then you were casting with Palador in a lot of your games, weren't you?
That was fun, yeah. And huge props to Palador for that, because like that man's a machine. He just like stuck through like the early hours of the morning just to be able to like cast with him, because I was new to the scene. I couldn't like operate the camera or anything on my own, and like I was also new, so it's just like, you know, kind of I didn't want to get. I was kind of like I'd be in the deep end if it wasn't for Palador, so he helped me out a lot there. So huge props to him. But he definitely it was definitely really fun. And he will be. I hopefully will be very fun in the next season as well. Casting with Palador, if he does have the time to manage both OC and NA. Actually, in the Snowflake tournament, he's going OC, NA, and E. He's going all three.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually nuts. And I'm pretty
The
sure
guy.
like NA and EU actually like they've collided in a few of their matches. So he's actually going to be like swapping NA, then back to EU, then back to NA, then back to EU. And then yeah, the OC will be like a full 1 day thing, so 7 hours straight there. Crazy stuff.
That's
You said
that's a
absolute
marathon. That's a marathon of
Yeah.
on that's crazy.
Mm.
I remember how tired I would get after finals, and no, I couldn't do that. I could not do that.
No.
But you know, are you casting any matches this weekend, Andy?
I was thinking about doing Sunday. I have a 1,000-mile road trip that I'm doing on Saturday, so we're gonna see how I feel after that. But looking to try to get into the Snowflake Cup because I haven't casted at all. I think I did a couple with Rocks, and that's when Palador kind of shoot us in there. He was like, "All right, no, you guys are casting me. You guys do this." They're like, "All right, yes, sir." But yeah, hopefully I'm trying to get some more casting in, so hopefully probably see me around on Sunday.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm trying to focus on playing more and losing this COVID weight and being more active. So I'm gonna pick and choose the casts I can get, and I'll have to definitely cast OCE. It's like 4 a.m. those casts start
think-
for me.
Have you casted one game? Like I think Palador had some issues coming in, and like you came in once.
I did.
Ah,
I actually remember that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Palador I think he was having like internet dropouts or something like that because Palador had a lot of was having a lot of internet problems like with his router and stuff. I just remember him getting really frustrated over that, and it's just like one time it's just like it cut off, and then you jumped in and just kind of like just came in clutch for like a brief, I think 10 minutes or something before Palador was actually able to come back in. But yeah, there's a lot of clutch moments like that happen behind the scenes in the casting side of stuff,
especially in OCE.
especially in OCE. Yeah. Because you got half the players kind of using Macca's Wi-Fi, so every now and then they'll just turn off the router, and you're like, "Oh my god, what am I going to do?" You're halfway in the tournament, and yeah, we had a lot of situations like that. And Palador can definitely reaffirm that saying of just that happening all the time. We've been in the middle of finals, and just Leviathan having like two people just dropping out in the middle of the final, and then like having to get like subs like last second. It's crazy stuff, but it keeps you entertained nonetheless. So good stuff.
I mean, it's good to see. It's good to see OCE thriving and having the players, because I mean, I can remember how salty I used to get 2 years ago playing pubs, because people just want it's a fantastic game, it is a great sport, and people just want to play. But of course, distance screws it up. Latency screws it up. And I remember getting frustrated a long time ago and being like, "You're breaking the game. You're breaking the game," like in a pub. And
I remember.
you remember that?
No, that's
Was it?
yeah. That is a thing that we often hear actually a lot of the time when we're playing. Whenever we'll get in that NA lobby, and it's just like we will have just 4 people constantly just screaming like at us, like just like what you said then. But it's it's
I'd
understandable.
say
I mean, I'd be frustrated if someone just teleports behind me and has the disc, and then I'm like, wait a minute, since when did we lose 10 points? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'd say that like compared to before, like a few years back, there was hardly any OC. But when it was such a rare occurrence that like NA players were like much more frustrated than they are now. Like now, a few players do understand. Yeah, it's latency. You can't do much about it, and so they're a lot more what's the word?
Tolerable?
Forgiving for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to before, which A few people were ruthless
Yeah,
when talking.
well, it was
Yeah,
such a small
yeah.
community back then, and like, you know, it was harder to organize private matches, and everyone just wanted to play ESL, and that was like the only thing happening. And if it wasn't ESL, you were playing pubs, and like, so pubs were like but they were so much more important back then, right? Now it's like, oh, like everyone goes into pubs now, and they're just like shooting it, and now. Well, that yeah, like now that's now, but like back then it was like, no, I gotta play my pubs, and
Yeah.
it was just yeah, Cam Jam saying a small community is a blessing and a curse. And yeah, what do you have? I saw you open your mouth. What do you
That
guys
was-
say about that one?
Yeah, I did do the inhale there for a sec. I was gonna say it is a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think at the start, but I feel like it's definitely something that I'll miss having the small community. I feel like in the beginning because I love that I love the just knowing like every single like player like as my mates and just having and then in this next season that we're going into now like compared to last season it's just like everyone has been playing with each other. So everyone knows everyone. And all the teams are kind of mixing in with each other in this next season. So it's going to be crazy. But the thing is, it's just like you feel like nothing's different because you've seen all these people playing together. So it's like, oh, what team are you playing for now? What team are you playing for? It's just like normal stuff. Whereas it's like, imagine some team like Team Joker or Team Kangaroo just having a complete roster change and just changing like players left and right. It's like completely different to what we've got here going on here, at least for now. So I think I'll kind of miss that kind of feeling of having that small community. But I feel like maybe it definitely is a good start as a small community just because we can build on that in the future. So definitely have a lot of stuff to look forward to, especially in, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, now that you guys have this like base, this like rock or platform for like which to grow, now we can as a global community, we can watch as what happens with the Japanese division if that happens, or I think are they playing in your division?
Yeah, the play OC and Asia are grouped together.
So I know that so far there's a Japanese team, and I played against them in pubs.
Yeah.
I stayed up to like 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I ran across them, and I was like, I don't know, like they have like only they only like spoken a few phrases in English, and I was like, I don't know if they're being toxic. Like I was like, I don't know from their tone. I was like, are they being
yeah,
toxic?
I don't know if they're talking about you. Or
I was like, what are they saying?
Yeah, that's like something that you at least growing up in Australia, that's something that we're always worried about because it's such a diverse country. You've got people always constantly talking in different languages around you. So you're always like keeping an eye. It's like, he's talking about my hair, isn't he? I swear he's talking about my hair. You never know. But yeah, bless their hearts, their community that they've got there. They're like nicest people I've ever met in this game.
Yeah. The Japanese is always a treat whenever you play with them.
Yeah, they're great people. Also, because of this minimal like exchange of conversation that we've got because of the language barrier, like we always have those like short attempts at trying to speak each other's language or just trying to do something in each other's culture. So I was using like we end up using Google Translate like half the time to kind of send messages and stuff back and forth. I ended up learning about this comedian that they really like, and he has this like one particular like dance and one particular skit that he always does. And I quickly learnt it on YouTube. So the next time when we actually got in a game with them, I recited it and they lost their mind. It was the best. It was like the best thing ever. It's great.
Oh, that is too good. No, but that's the beauty of this growing community, and we're starting to see representation in more regions. And before it was just really EU and NA, and now we got OCE, and then we'll have Asia, and then we'll have the whole world, and we'll dominate it with Echo. But
Yes.
it's all a plan for global.
We teach our kids strats on floor plays and team plays in the future.
Yeah.
But it's really awesome to see, and it's gonna be awesome to see if there is eventually a caster from Asia who comes along, and if whether they cast in their language, their respective language, or English, whatever it is, whoever the first one is going to be, whoever the first one is, he's going to get a warm welcome.
Yeah.
And he's going to be able to hear my terrible
bet.
jokes.
That would be interesting now to think about it, because I feel like if there was someone that could just lightly translate what the other person was saying to the other like caster, so then you can actually like at least attempt at having some discussion on what's just happened in the game. But like until then, I think it'd still be fine, but it'd just be a bit confusing at times, especially in the first few games. But it definitely is just something that you obviously you work on and you develop over time, such as that's practically the situation for every caster. So yeah, it would be interesting to see actually casting alongside a member of their community. I think it would actually be quite fun. In fact, I think just like because I've heard a lot of their like their casting before in other games. Some of the popular games, League of Legends and all that stuff, and they put a lot of energy into their casting, and it's definitely a thrill to listen to.
I'll have to check it out. I wish I had clips. I didn't prepare that much, but hopefully I can reach out to them and they'll want to come onto the show. And I know of Jun Suzuku. Yeah,
Yep.
so I have to reach out to him. But let's get on to the next question. I know Andy's just been chilling for a minute. So
No, I was just gonna say that like it seems like that would probably be the best way to start like expanding the game, right? And if we get probably one of those guys just super involved, and you guys are saying like a wholesome community, that's probably just like a great ad. So that's just what I've been thinking about the whole time. It's just like that just starts to leak into that whole spread and what we all want too, right? We just keep spreading more and more and growing. I don't know what our member count is up to now, but the fact of how much growth we started since we've all began the game is already cracked enough.
Huge.
So it always kind of brings that same feeling of just hoping we're sitting on something that's blowing up. So
I mean, it absolutely is. I think a lot of Quest 2s have been sold, and they're just sitting in closets, or they're sitting under trees, or they've already been handed out for Hanukkah, and it's like we're waiting for the 25th for all of these headsets to come online.
Yeah.
And it's really going to be that critical mass. And that might...
Did you see the number that Dimwee posted? I think it was in the caster's channel, he might have said, where he said he did some math or whatever. I mean, like, don't quote me on it. I don't know how accurate it is. I didn't fact check this, but he said there should have been about 1 million people that have tried Echo VR at this point, that have at least tried it once and have like turned it on.
I mean, the first time I played Echo, I just crawled around in the lobby
crazy.
and was like amazed. And then like
That's
I got back like a month later. Well, didn't your brother tell you what the game was about?
Yeah, he did, but I mean, I was bad at it. It made me motion sick, and I just didn't want to move. I'd kind of like throw off the wall, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna fall over." And then...
I had no back in like 2017. There was no tutorial. There was no guide, so I was like, "Oh my god, it's just the lobby. It's just the lobby," and I'm crawling around for like hours.
Did you get locked in? Did you with the overhead pole thing in the old lobby or whatever?
I don't remember. I just
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you had to pull the lever.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long I spent in that. I think I automatically recognized. I want to say I did. And then I
remember just. Sorry, I cut you off. I thought you stopped.
Yeah, and then I just crawled around the lobby until I heard this one kid screaming like at the top of his lungs, and I was like, "What's that? What's that?"
Just see some kid going, "No, don't touch me."
Oh my god.
That's the new lobby.
Oh my god.
I mean, back in the day, it was just mainly adults, mainly people who had the means to purchase these things. And then it was just me and Zeroez and me yelling at Zeroez and Bob. The old days, right?
The old days.
But yeah, it's really great. Like 1 million users, and it's only growing. And I mean, this really is the best thing on the Oculus. Like that's it. And I'm
like, it's pairing such a great game with a social aspect as well. So it's just a mix of everything good with VR that you want.
and
Yeah, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've sat in a lobby and just talked to people. Like the other night, It was me, Boosty, like, and a couple other people, and we just sat there and just talked for like an hour and a half because we were all like done pubbing or whatever. But there's like that social aspect where people just want to hang out and they'll just sit in the lobby and just talk.
Yeah, definitely got that like VR chat vibe going on. I was gonna say, yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw the inhale spell. Nick,
No,
Andy,
Andy, you take it. I gotta moderate.
All right, I was just gonna say, yeah, I do spend like half the time when I'm playing that game, I actually am in the lobby, just talking with players and trying to introduce. I'm always trying to get new people to join the Discord because I remember when I first played, I'm pretty sure one of the first people that I met was a player, Luigi Logic, who actually brought me onto Breach and Clear. Who then like that was what the whole introduction to the community was, and it definitely so. What that says to me, it's just like one time I heard Dimwee actually say on one of his casts is that when you don't just get the game and download it, it's a discovery, and it's just like wow, like that line there just like like resonates with like I feel like at least 80% of the players that have played the game because it's such a like an amazing game and just the people in it that you meet, the community, it's just all great. So
I think it just captivates a lot of people's imagination. Like they just kind of like you just see so many people just kind of flying around and just not really doing anything, just kind of like taking it in. And then I don't know. I find it super interesting. But the one thing I wanted to ask TheRealZeroez though was how because you won correct right season 2 with Leviathan. Yeah. So how is that with all of OCE? How are the scrims? Because I'm more like I'm super interested in a lot of the player side because NA there's just tons of scrims, people constantly asking. It's like a never-ending feed, and I was kind of curious what it's like on that side.
On terms of scrims, back in season 2, we since we're kind of new to VRML, there's only like 7 teams, right? So we didn't really do scrims. We kind of just played in the matches, but after that, during season 3, we're starting to get more and more into scrims. Half because of boredom, half because we want to actually, improve ourselves. So yeah, we've started getting into scrims, but we mostly just played through the VRMO matches to learn. Which I don't know because I had a break during season 1 of VML. So I don't know how it was over there during then. Like, was NA and EU just like scrimming back then?
Yeah, a lot of it since I've started, it's been like a super heavy. Like at least a lot of the guys at the top, they've been trying to scrim about like 3 times a week. I would say is most people's minimum. So it's usually just like a ton of scrimming, and then that was even during the active weeks of like VRML when you had matches and stuff. People would usually do like 2 scrims a week on top of their matches.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely is something that at least players in our community are starting to do more often. Like this, I believe it was actually yesterday. We had I think 2 scrims. I casted over one of them because they asked me. So that was good practice as well for me. So it's good practice for both win-win situation. But it definitely is beginning to. It's becoming a thing that we're going to see more often in the next season as well, especially in the next season because you've got all these new teams coming on the board. So everyone wants to be able to play with their teams. And it's kind of like when the like deers or for example when deers have like test their horns against each. I don't know the animals that test their horns against each other. I forgot. Yeah. It's kind of like that's what the Oceanic region is kind of doing at the moment with these scrims because like no one knows who's going to be the best team. I mean I've got an idea of who I think will be winning next season, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to spread. I don't want to flame any other teams. Zero is cracking the knuckles. Listen, mate. Listen. But so just on the topic of scrims, definitely we'll be seeing I think a lot more in the Oceanic region. But compared to what it previously used to be, I think definitely like there wasn't practically like any going on in the previous seasons at least. So yeah, a lot of change.
So I know Cam Jam is from New Zealand, so you have some Kiwis in the region. Is it mainly Australian? Is it?
I would like to say that it is mainly Australia, but I'm getting something like a 60-40 kind of ratio in my head. I'm actually not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
In terms of what is like, I'm going off the Discord things. We have like 140 Australian, but we have 34 New Zealanders. So, but then again, like some people are just inactive on the Discord, so we can't really think. So like, there's obviously more Aussies, but we do have a good foothold with New Zealanders.
Yeah, the thing is that I've been in the actual like lobby and I've come across so many New Zealanders and so many Tasmanians and stuff that just aren't on the Discord. And I'd always ask them, I'd always be them like, hey, we gotta, have you joined the Discord for the OCE? And they're just like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. And I'm like, all right. they can't be bothered. Like, it's no respect. Like, they can do whatever they want, but it's such a fun community to be in. So I just trying to extend out to these people. But you know what?
So
it is what it is.
You mainly have, so let's talk about geography. The eastern shore of Australia is much more densely populated than the western shore, correct? And New Zealand is, of course, an island to the east of it. All right. So what's the latency between like Brisbane's on the east?
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
No, it's okay.
So Brisbane's on the east. And that's one of the more populated cities, and Melbourne's also there as well. So what's the latency like between?
So I think the servers are in Sydney. So for the most part, like for example, I get around like 20 ping, which is kind of the lowest. But a mate of mine, Gishnish Go, he has like 16 ping at times. So I'm pretty sure the servers are there. I would say, if you're from New Zealand, you would hover around 50 to 60-ish ping. So there's a little bit of latency, but, it's not that bad.
That's not bad at all.
The servers are generally good, especially comparing it to when we all had to play in the NA region. Like comparing it to then, I feel like it's definitely is a step up. So we don't have to worry.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, we have to deal with.
I ain't complaining. One of the mods is just like looking at me, just like, say the wrong word in the plug. I'm just gonna pull it. No more. Back to NA. I'm just like, sweating.
Oh man, that's a lot better than I thought it was. So 60 is like perfectly like good.
And that's what I average on like all the servers. So
EU they're spoiled with their incredibly densely populated area, so they have like 20-30 ping, and they've got the.
But then again, we also have people from Western Australia and like Adelaide and all that. Like, we have someone from Perth that gets around 80 ping, which is a little bit like it's doable.
But there's a player on Redshift, and he lives in Nevada, and I don't know what his internet provider is doing, but wherever he is, he has like over 80 to 110, and like they must route his connection like to like California and back to Nevada, and then like down to like California again, and like it doesn't make sense.
Cable's too long. We got to do a loop.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like the latency he has, like there's something weird going on, and it's so like 80 from like Adelaide, 80 from the western coast, especially considering the type of like there are only a few fiber optic trunks that run through the country. I know historically like Australians have, low bandwidth, and they pay a lot for what they get. They pay a lot for the little that they get in terms of bandwidth.
Yeah.
So, to have that least low latency, that's a great thing. But other than networking and geography, it's Andy, take it to the next question. Hit us with the next one.
All right. Well, I was saying the same thing. I was thinking, we can just transition to like other games. So, do you have any other games outside of Echo Arena that you guys enjoy playing? We know TheRealZeroez is he's a god at Beat Saber, but Pam, is there any other?
Used to be.
Hey, the talent's still there somewhere. It doesn't just go away.
I would,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I
Right,
would
yeah.
say Beat Saber, but to stray away from that game, I wasn't actually too much into the gaming aspect of using the Quest when I first received it. I was more of like a social, like I liked going on VR chat, or I liked going on just those type of platform games because I don't know, I just I like talking with people and just seeing different like talking with different cultured people and I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to see out there. So when you can just meet all these new people with different personalities and everything, just all in like one room, like it's crazy. So I love that aspect. So I would always be playing that. Even like poker stars and everything, just talking with people around the table, messing around. It was always great fun. And then that's around like I haven't even like branched out to other games only because I discovered Echo Arena. I mean, yeah, I discovered Echo VR. So that is like one of the main reasons why I barely even touch Beat Saber anymore because it's either Echo VR or that's it. That's it. Either I'm on there for Echo or I'm off there doing other stuff.
Or just call it Echo Arena. We don't talk about combat here.
It's a dead game anyway.
Don't do that.
I can't even talk about combat. I'm a Quest normie.
Yeah, all the 6 players combat just pure.
All right, we're gonna get
Yeah.
some heat for that. So Andy, now
Plug's
please
gone. Plug's gone.
Well, actually, I could show the video. I could show. So I got this compromising video of TheRealZeroez, and I'm gonna.
Oh.
I wish you could. I could see that smile under that mask. No, but I've got
What?
I have a TheRealZeroez has a YouTube channel where he has I don't know Beat Saber, but an SS is like a good rating for
It's over 90.
over 90% on this obviously very difficult song. So we're gonna cut to that. So let me turn down the audio. So if you watch the stream, you can see it. It'll be with a little bit of latency.
Yeah.
So, where did you place in the world at one time? What was the highest ranking you had?
The highest I got was 23 worldwide. But
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. If you watch some of the guys on Beat Saber, that's like a ridiculous like score to get to.
Yeah, I can't do that. I like box VR.
Yeah,
I just like punching things.
that looked interesting when I saw that.
Box
Actually,
VR?
I saw the trailer for that when I was just browsing through the different
Box
apps.
VR is good.
Yeah.
I need to play it more because it used to be like a integral part of my exercise regimen, and it's just you can stay in form. I mean, I could talk all day about Box VR is another great not seen product. It's such a good game, and as long as you have custom music, but they improved the music catalog. But I would play drum and bass and like 176 beats per minute. Like I would be dead within 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was also one of the things that interested me with that is actually because Quest had released that update where it allowed you to like track your hands that were like in front of you, and I was like, obviously they can't keep up with it right now with the technology that we have. Like you move too fast, they're gone. You move them too close to each other, you intertwine, they're gone. Anywhere out of the camera, yeah, they're gone. So obviously that is a bit of an issue in terms of bringing that technology to games. But I was just saying, in the future, how amazing would it be if you could play with your hands and just like do boxing and just be using your hands, or just everything in general, games in general. Like you see the disc coming to you in Echo and you just grab it with your hand. Like, I don't know, I'd find that to be insane. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot to cover, especially with just Box VR just kind of reminded me of that. So sorry for that.
That's
burst
no.
there.
I was just listening. It really is those like wow factor, in that sense of immersion. And I like Box VR because I like boxing. I can't take any more punches to the head, and I like training. And I can put my headset on and I can sit in my VR dungeon and play and exercise.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't like I've it's what I call my unfinished basement with my VR setup. I'm in my office right now.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but I have an unfinished basement that I have like my home lab and like my other green screen like studio set up, and it's depressing because I was like, it's
It's
depressing.
depressing.
It sucks.
Do you make your ramen then?
Oh
or
no,
is
that's
that upstairs.
Okay, I'm done. Take it, Andy.
Yeah, I
Take
watched
it,
the
Andy.
stream. Yeah, I watched the stream. Yeah, I watched the stream.
So, Andy, you got more questions? I need you because I want to sit here laughing in embarrassment.
I'm trying to figure out where to go after ramen though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. For anyone that's wondering in the chat, Spunnik's recent one of his recent streams, made some ramen. Looked pretty good. Was a bit jealous because kind of in a lockdown situation, but
I mean, I can cook. I mean,
Maybe that's what we need more of. Maybe we just need more cooking streams.
I don't know why people like
Yes.
them.
You know what? Cut the stream. We're changing the title. All right, let me bring my pen. PamWow.
And so you make the cake. I got nothing. All right. So we had that script in that format, but this has been such an easygoing episode. Like I told you guys earlier, and I want to share it with everyone. So Andy messaged me because like usually we have a rapport with everybody. Like we had I know all the people. Like I had Gilligan and Sir Dimwee, and I've known them for like years. And I've only known you for like maybe a few months. I've known Zeroez for a minute.
Yeah.
And well, I knew of him. Like we interacted. Like we didn't have a personal relationship. And and I was like, no, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a good episode. And it really has. So after I say that, I'm jinxing it. It's gonna go downhill. But
All right. And huge thank you again to all the boys from the everyone in the chat in general, but a huge thank you again for everyone in the Oceanic Discord stopping by. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
yeah,
guys.
definitely. And I would do a giveaway. I was gonna do a giveaway, but I was like, I don't want to pay shipping to Australia.
Expensive.
But
You know what?
I can maybe send some Redshift stickers out there.
The value of the shipping expense will be greater than the actual thing that you're giving away. So
I think it's $1.50 to ship just a sticker in an envelope.
that's pretty cool.
The Redshift stickers.
Yeah.
If anyone cheers or subs, they get a sticker.
I think we had quite a few cheers. Actually,
I think that was QL doing his thing.
An anonymous cheerer.
So I have my two buddies who are like my biggest supporters. QL, who is a terrific friend that I've made from this community, and he's terrific in a great sense, and he's terrific also because he's there's a little bit of terror in there. But no, I'm you talk about community, and I'm so grateful for the people I've met, and he comes in with resident sleep. Get out of here. I'm so grateful for the support that he shows, and that I'm grateful for that friendship. And this is really what community has to offer, and it's really a great thing what Echo presents and gives everyone, and sports in general.
You can find lifelong friends on Echo.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, because even when I was on Synapse, we had Palace, and he only lived an hour north of us. And anytime we'd come back home to Illinois and shit like that, we'd always meet up with him. And you meet certain people like that you kind of just get to build on those relationships. And even right now, we're planning with a couple Echo people. Me and Zach, we're going to go out to Colorado. We have a ski trip we're trying to plan in a couple weeks.
Nice.
It's stuff like that though. With the community, it's super neat to build on. And it's fun. Yeah. Don't you guys play Squad and a whole bunch of stuff outside of Echo?
Yeah. So when I couldn't play Echo, play VR because my contact, because I couldn't wear contacts, and I was playing a lot of Squad with QL, and QL, he ended up becoming one of the best helicopter pilots I've seen in the game. And we were playing the other day, and so like usually I squad lead, and it requires a lot of concentration, and like you have to be serious. It's pretty much a job. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't get invited to the ski trip. That's some shit. So you're not invited to the LAN in June.
Andy, I've got my bags ready. When are we leaving again? Sorry.
So I forgot what I was talking about.
You're talking about the game.
Squad.
I forgot what it's called. The squads.
So well, after the break and I started playing Echo again, I was like, I'm not gonna like squad lead, and my buddy was squad leading, so then I can like be a dumb grunt. And I could, so like we're playing and I'm like screaming share songs in the voice chat. Like, do you believe in life after love? And like I die or I fall out of the helicopter, and like they fly the helicopter in and they hop out to revive me. And like you can just follow the like my voice is screaming, do you believe in life after love? But I'm like screaming at high pitch. Like it's like my voice is cracking, and like these other people who are driving an armored vehicle like a BTR, they like drive over because they hear this ridiculous like sound of me screaming, and they're like, what the hell is going on? And they drive off. He had
the same power as Leroy Jenkins, kind of.
It was
that crackhead energy.
The crackhead.
No, but it was some really good stuff.
Yeah.
But
I was also going to lightly add, we were talking about how it's like we're sitting on something that at least I believe it definitely is going to explode even further, even though it already kind of has in a way. I'm even if it weren't to explode, even if this game was just go dead silent, like I've had like so many great memories, so many great time, and it's been great. Or I'm talking like an old man, like it's been great. I don't know, but it's been
back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day, we used to have scribs. Yeah, but it's been really great, and memories have been insane. So that's definitely something that I can always just say, yep, that happened. Like that was good time.
Oh, I guess my donations are broken. So, OSX Oashisu, OSX Oashisu. Thank you for the donation. I need to fix my donation thing. And type in how much it was, and I'll put it up in this thing. So Andy, take over so I can handle some administration stuff.
He puts $1 million and then he asks for insurance.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna buy a yacht. I'm gonna have the Echo yacht. We're gonna get the Echo yacht, and we're gonna pilot it. We're gonna drive it.
Every deck has.
We're gonna navigate it straight into the coast. I'm just gonna go right into that.
Yeah, Rosie always used to talk about the Echo Mansion. You know, maybe it's just time for the Echo yacht.
The Echo yacht.
You know, everybody had like the COD houses. Like, there's gonna be like the Echo house.
Well, if everything that I'm planning works out for June, it will be the start of something fun, and I'll have to announce it later. When I actually have the venue, but no, a lot of cool stuff is happening with this community, and it's just like everything I've done for the past year is just like this sense that like just, you know, as trite and boring as it is to like quote Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Like even Nike has that, like just do it, right? And like they ruined that phrase by like branding it. Like just do it is such a strong like sense of being.
Yeah.
And then they ruined it with like this corporate phrase. But like just fucking do it. Just whatever you want to do, just dedicate yourself to it and you'll execute it.
Yeah. I mean, I think a yacht is definitely something that we could just do.
Well, if you know,
I was thinking.
Keep going.
I was thinking if we did have a yacht, there's two situations that I've just imagined in my mind. So you've just got one player that's just gonna jump for the disc, and at the same time, we're going over a wave, boys. See you later. Woo! And it's gone. Anyway, and another thing I thought of is just like, if everyone was playing, you'd just see me jump over the board. And everyone's like, "Where did he go?" And I'm just like, "I'm going for an anchor shot." And I just go down towards the anchor of the boat, and I'm just.
Okay, that is incredibly relevant. Oh. And then when they
Well, Zero, is there any like? Well, real quick, I didn't mean to break off that topic. I was gonna ask Zero though, like, were there any other games other than Beat Saber though that you've been playing recently, or what do you do like in your off time? Pancake games, stuff like that.
Recently, well, you know, Cyberpunk came out, and just like wasting my life on that now. I've got like how many hours by now? I think 60.
Yeah, honestly, like the only thing I've seen like under his name, you see like what they're playing, just constantly Cyberpunk. It's crazy.
I'm surprised you can run it. Apparently, everybody else has problems running it.
I've spent way too much money on my PC.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. The easy fix: just sell out.
No, that's buying in.
Oh yeah, buying in. Yeah, my fault.
I mean, I got that game and I returned it within like an hour. Yeah, because I was like, I just want to go around the city. Like, I just want to explore. And I was like, you got to do 5 hours this. And I was like, I don't have the damn time for this.
You have to customize this. It's like
I did not have the time for that. So it was.
Well, besides Cyberpunk, what else have I been playing? I sometimes play League here and there, but only like, you know, draft. Just a few public games, have some fun. And
League used to be like my main thing.
Same. And then I got banned, but that's a different
Wait,
story.
Banned?
Oh,
From League.
wait, that's a different story. That's a now story. That's a now story. You can't tread on that.
How bad is it?
I'm reformed.
You're reformed. Okay, I think that's all that matters.
I mean,
You're
I wouldn't like getting banned from League of Legends is like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
True.
Like, what are you doing? Like, I hate that game. And that could. All right, I'm not gonna rant about how awful that game is.
No, I used to grind that game like ranked every day. I remember just being hard stuck. I think platinum, high plat, and then I just couldn't get any further. So I just gave up. And now I basically do what TheRealZeroez does. I just every now and then with my mates, I'll just go on and I'll play some draft. Just I won't take it seriously at all. And then it's funny because then you see the people that were like me that would take it seriously, even when it's not ranked. And it's just crazy thinking like, wow, I'm so glad that I stopped playing this game because it definitely does creep up on you when you're playing it.
Yeah, that's for sure. It definitely gets super toxic. And then I think I got like hard stuck, like I don't know, like Gold 3. I didn't put enough time into the game. I put too much time into CS. That was like my main game.
Yeah, CS good.
Yeah, I got the Supreme in CS and then played on ESEA and did stuff like that. But I don't know. That even CS is just too toxic. Like I had to stray away from that because you just get into a game, you get told how much of an idiot you are for about 45 minutes, and then you leave.
Yeah. CS:GO was like also like another outlet for me, just to talk with other people. Like I was saying earlier, how like I go to Echo, and it's like half the time I'm just talking with people. That's like kind of the same thing when I was playing CS. I wasn't really taking the game like as serious as I should have been, especially because it was ranked. But like it was just fun talking with all these people, and at least in the lower ranks, I'm assuming it's less. I'd assume it'd be more toxic in maybe the higher ranks, like where you were playing, because people are definitely taking it like really seriously and stuff. But in the lower ranks, you've just got like someone just blasting tequila on their microphone, and it's just it's yeah, it's good. It's definitely yeah. I'm
keep
just
going.
on now,
Keep
but
going.
it's
That's
fun.
how I'm doing.
It's fun experience. It's fun
That's how I got into
experience.
casting.
Yeah,
I would troll cast my friends when I die, and I'd just be like, and they're going out to the A site, and they don't see the guy behind main box, like, start trolling him like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the high levels, you'd get like screamed at for not using a flashbang, or God forbid if you screwed one up and flashed your team, then you're rinsed.
Apparently, I got a bunch of. I got the Gishnishku. Wow, that name. I didn't think I pronounced it right. Gishnishku.
No, you got it.
No one can pronounce it right the first time, don't
100
worry.
cheer for TheRealZeroez that his number one fanboy is buying bubble tea. Does he want one?
Yes.
Oh yeah. They're good mates.
I guess I have to fix my alerts because somebody named QL Young likes to abuse my alerts, and I haven't fixed them.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been saying. There's been cheers going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Also, what's going on in the chat? People are asking me who I think I have who I know will win, but you got to keep that stuff.
No,
keep
you
that
gotta
stuff
spell
sealed.
it. You've got to
No,
spell it.
I can't spill it because there will
I'll
be.
cover my ears. Don't worry.
No. Sorry, you don't have to cover your ears because it's your no. Oh no, we ain't saying. We ain't saying. I can't because there's a lot of banter that goes around in the especially in the Oceanic region. You can't join a call or join a lobby without someone dissing the other team. It's always there. So if I give leverage to this other team now, saying, PamWow said we're gonna win, then it's just gonna be like, what can they do? There's nothing they can do. PamWow's best player of all time.
PamWow's just
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
ultimate authority.
So I don't know if I gotta go through all this, but because I don't know if the alerts were working. But Fontac, thank you for the cheer 1 bits. Chong Wang, thank you for the 100 bits. What products does TheRealZeroez use in his hair? We'll get to that in a second. QL Young with gang. QL Young also with Bingus gang. Hishnishku again with TheRealZeroez. And Bloomy Shots with cheer 1. OSX Oishishu with Hi Mom, Put Cosmo and Cam on. Ducks, Geesh, and Slamish are cuties. UWU. How do you vocalize that?
You're not gonna say that.
Ooh.
You don't want to say that one.
I'll ruin it with that one.
It's clipped already. It's clipped already. It's too late. You can't even delete it.
If I stick my tongue out and I start panting, does that?
It's over.
But yeah, I appreciate all you boys stopping by in the chat. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch for all the cheers and the hype train coming in now from Meatballer.
Woo! What's the next ramen chain? Yes.
When with an actual recipe and ingredients, so I had to like swap everything out. They didn't have actual ramen, so I had to use chow mein noodles. They didn't have sesame oil, so I had to use olive oil. They didn't have one thing. I had to use another thing, and it was still good, but it wasn't technically authentic. It was just Asian style noodles. And Chong Wang with the gifted 1 subs to Swift. Can I get that caster's voice, PamWow?
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, PamWow, hit it with the caster.
Get the and Sean, I'm going to do the American. The Sean Wayne coming in here with 1 gifted sub, and what a sub that is, going and heading its way over there to the stream. Who's getting it? It is Swift IW, and what a! I just saw Sputnik then in the stream delay because I didn't have the program for Skype open, so I just saw Sputnik just going, yeah,
the hype train, let's go. No, but I really appreciate.
Oh my! And another one.
To Meatballer 00. So we got Chong Wang with 2 gifted subs, Meatballer 0 with 100 bits, Fontac using another 1 bit, and Chong Wang with 100 bits, Bloomy Shots, Gish Nishku, QL Young,
boys.
OSX, Oishu, Anonymous Cheerer, and all the follows. Amen.
And another one.
No, but I'm so glad that we did this, and I gotta get now that the next one, which is gonna be more than likely, and Meatballer 00. Use my money for proper ingredients, and I'm screaming in the microphone.
All I'm saying, next ramen bowl, you're gonna be getting eggs. You're gonna be getting lettuce. You're gonna see it all. It's all gonna be there. Thank you so much.
When is QL gonna give us another egg stream? Like that's my question.
Chuck in there a complimentary meatball. You got to put in the big
meatball.
So,
yeah, exactly.
The first community cooking stream was QL Young's egg stream, and it was just his microphone perched above a boiling pot of water, and that was the start of echo content. When it was a barren wasteland of echo content, and along came the egg stream, started a revolution.
It was beautiful.
I would not have it any other way.
We had like 40 viewers in there, all chanting egg. And, it was amazing. And I just feel like we need another one. We need to one up this. And I think the ramen stream's a good start.
I mean, I'm actually cooking.
Yeah. We're just taking it to the next level, though.
One up.
Oh, it's too funny. Now, Punda sent me a link to the Japanese community server, so I have to reach out to them. I have to see
Definitely.
who's comfortable speaking English, or maybe we can do it through I don't know. I'm willing to do it anyway, as long as they are.
There are a few in the Japanese community that can speak English, so you won't have any trouble there,
All
I
right,
think.
so that
Yeah, but in terms of people that can, there would probably have to be the person, the
Yeah.
middleman, kind of like. So I'd say, and what a throw there from the real zeros, and then the other guy in the middle would just be like, yeah, so he said there was a good throw, and then the other guy's like, oh yeah, that was a good throw. Then he would be like, yeah, he said yeah, that's a really good throw. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good throw.
I think even if they have just somebody speaking in Japanese, just doing that is like,
Yeah.
they can start advertising and throwing out that content. Because, I mean, even
I know
keeping
that-
it out of just having it straight up as English.
I mean,
no, you're good.
I
You're
know
good.
that there's what is it? There's a few like Japanese YouTubers in the community, so like I have a feeling that they can definitely have a few casters on their
Yeah,
on their
they
side.
they have a lot of dedication to that YouTube. They have this one main YouTube channel as well. They put a lot of work into it as well, so it's great. Well, I was like immediately, like as soon as it started, like in that league, they already had the YouTube channel. They're already uploading, and they were doing full interviews. Like I remember just going on there on one of the YouTube videos one time. They're just like full analyzing players from Leviathan, just like. And now we have the real zeros, and he pulls up his player card, and he's just talking about it. And I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? I was insane. It's crazy. Yeah, good stuff.
and Bloomy Shots with the 100 bits. PogChamp 100 0 is high.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and, well, Meatballer still, he's just paying out. He's paying off his mom's credit card and giving you some money here in bits.
I mean,
But
Real
all
zeros.
the bits I get go right back into like everything I get goes right back into this stream.
Right back in the ramen. I mean,
it
stream.
goes it goes the ramen stream. I'm gonna use your bits to put calories in my body. I'm gonna.
Nice.
I'm,
So really, this is your fault.
This is why I'm fat. This is why I'm fat. Well, I really do gotta lose some weight. COVID has not been
No,
kind
you're
to
not
me.
fat.
Relax.
we'll just do what
You-
Meatballer did, where he just eats his whole entire diet is grilled cheese. So
What? Oh, okay.
Like, he doesn't put bread on it. He just grills the cheese.
Just grills
Oh,
the
just the
cheese.
cheese
Like,
by itself.
Just the cheese.
What's
can you imagine he does that? Just puts it in a pan, throws a slice of American cheese in there.
I
No, what's the
There
thing? Like,
it
just,
is.
apparently, like just fried butter is a thing. Like, just they get and I've seen this one video on YouTube in America. They literally go to this like festival. It's just literally like they get butter. It's just like a full stick, and it's just fried, and they literally eat it like that, like it's a corn dog. Like, it's like
Who,
that.
where, and how are they dead?
I
I don't know, man. That's
it's
crazy.
such an American over the top thing. Yeah, they do that at carnivals and shit, where there's like deep fried stuff everywhere. Somebody had the idea to deep fry a
Insane.
whole stick of butter and give it to you on a stick.
Right,
So
all you
Wow.
need is a bunning snag, and then you're done. That's all.
Yes, yes.
Wait,
that?
Bunning snags. Oh,
I
Andy
don't know what a
doesn't know.
bunning
Andy
is.
doesn't
Is it,
know.
Do you
Scotty
use
Crow,
Vegemite
the
with
Scotty
it or
Crow.
Marmite? I don't know.
Educate.
I mean, you could no. So basically, okay, we've got the Bunnings warehouse. No advertisements here, but that's the warehouse.
Bunnings, where?
It's yeah, basically. Lowest price is 5%. I'll take it. Anyway, so that's where you get your hardware. That's where you get all that general type of stuff.
It's like the
So-
Home Depot, but Australia.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
basically. So outside the area in the front, they'll have that one sausage
Oh, Dominic's.
stand.
Is it
Right.
Dominic's? Is that global? Oh,
No.
they used to.
No.
We don't have no.
They're,
It's made by a bunch of just
Sonic's just like, oh, I can't relate with
No,
this.
no. There used to be a New York style sandwich shop outside of all like Lowe's on the East, and then it wasn't profitable and they shut down. I was
Yeah, no, Bunnings. Yeah, okay. On contrast, Bunnings is definitely successful with their sausage sizzles because that's the thing is you'll be driving on like the highway, like a full. You could be a mile away from it, and you'd the scent of
onions.
the
It was-
Bunnings
it was the
reach
onions.
you. Yeah. Okay, like our Prime Minister literally said in one of his announcements, he literally said, "Okay, this is." The most important thing, just get onions on top of the snag. That's it. That's the most important thing. He literally put that on his Twitter. That's how important this thing is to us. So we definitely prioritize getting that message out to anyone that doesn't know what those snags are. Just the sausage, it's there. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in Australia. I actually traveled to America, and you guys definitely have a lot of an extended range. I should just say of products regarding desserts and just in general everything. Like at a McDonald's, I went to there one time. I asked for a small chocolate thick shake. Yeah, so they've brought me like a medium, and it's just got whipped cream and a cherry. And I'm just like, what? Meanwhile, in Australia, you ask for a small, and it's like just this big. Like it's just a normal thing. Nothing. That's it. Like it's crazy. And apparently you get like supersize and everything, and you just go giant. I'm just like, well, that's crazy.
Oh, supersize got axed. All that stuff.
Yeah, well,
that's
there was a whole thing about obesity in America, and like people were like,
what? No.
You know, it's the land of the free and the land of the high saturated fat content for low cost.
When I did see that, I was like, "There's no way that it will stay legal." Like, it's crazy that was actually even being released in the first place. But yeah, I'm not. I was surprised then, but now that I think about it, I'm not surprised that it actually has been axed now. How did we get onto
legalized trans fats?
Yeah.
So Meatballer 00 coming through with the 35 bits.
Thank you so much, everyone in the chat again.
I gotta do a monster. You gotta do
Really
like a monster. Do you have monster car rallies over there? That's a very American.
No
way. That has to be. That's an American.
You got these like big old cars with these big old wheels, and then they go really fast, and they just
No, they're the ones that. Yeah, these are the ones that just they do flips and stuff like on ramps and everything. Yeah, I've seen some things of that like on videos, but yeah, that looks crazy.
Do you know like the whole monster truck rally like announcer voice?
No, I have never heard the
It's like
announcer.
a super deep.
It's like echoing.
I don't know how to do it. I
Oh
haven't
my
heard
god!
it in forever,
Grave digger with the I can't do it because you gotta like echo. Like someone has to do it, and then someone has to like echo it behind them. No, but
Is it because they say it and then you hear it being repeated in the speakers around the thing? Is that the echo
it's
that
like
you
a
get?
reverb thing.
Okay.
And no, monster truck rallies are like the worst thing of American culture. I don't
really?
know. I never was a really big fan of them. I just always thought they were kind of memey. I guess now they're a meme. Now they're a
meme. In the
Okay.
past they weren't, and then it became its own.
I mean, it's like rodeos. Like, what's a uniquely? Do you know rodeos? I want to do like the
Rodeos, just I'm assuming with
because
like
you have
horse,
cattle out there. Like, there's a lot of cattle.
Yeah, probably in
Yeah.
the countryside we have stuff
So
like
like,
Yeah.
like cowboys go and cattle hands go and they show their skills of wrangling.
Oh yeah, like we have. I remember as a kid, like we have the Easter show, which is like just a big carnival thing that we do on Easter, and it's in New South Wales, and like they did like rodeos and stuff like that back then.
All right, so
Just in.
so we got one thing. We have the rodeos, but no, like we were talking earlier, like wait, I don't know if I already said this. I'm losing track because like we've just been shooting, it's like shooting this shit for so long. We might as well end the episode soon, but because the last time like my bladder almost burst, but
Yeah, it's fine.
I think my
for an
water
hour.
just broke. I gotta go. That's not funny.
So do I have
There's the
someone-
The announcement. Andy, you are not the father, but
Yeah, those photos I got at the Real Zero, yeah, they're for a reason.
Is it like the Jerry Springer show?
There's no
I'm gonna
secret
like,
hiding
launch
behind there.
across?
Yeah.
and the results say, but we'll get that Maury Povich vibe.
I'm gonna start doing the dance.
But does anyone like? Do you want to promote anything? Do you want to shout out anybody? Do you want to admonish anybody and shame them? and use this platform to to denigrate them.
Yeah, there's this one dude, Sputnik.
Have you heard of
Thank
PamWow?
God he isn't in this stream right now, but like, I'm just saying.
Guys,
hey,
PamWow.
hey, square up, mate. I'll beat you. I'm not
Okay,
that
what-
far
Wait,
away.
let me get a thing of a monster truck. But keep going while I pull up this monster truck.
Are you gonna improvise commentate over the monsters? I pulled up a video earlier to kind of see what you're talking about, but it just sounded like a normal dude talking over it. So I obviously didn't pull up the right type of video. Something that I'm pretty sure you guys will never understand, because even I don't understand, is commentating in cricket. I don't know if you've ever seen a cricket game before, but like, I don't want to be I don't want to kind of subjugate anyone that plays cricket or likes cricket in the chat or anything. But oh my god, if there's any emote that just represents cricket in general, it's Resident Sleeper. That is like that is everyone in the audience, and you can tell because the commentators are actually doing it. Half the time they aren't talking about the game; they're panning over people in the audience, like, "Oh, look at that man over there with that pink hat. Look at him; he looks so cool there."
Yeah,
and they
it's
just
the
talk
same
about
thing as
random
baseball.
things. Yeah, like they weren't actually talking about the game because there's nothing going on.
I've watched cricket. I've watched like Australian rules, rugby, football. I forget what they call it. Rugby.
Yeah.
I've watched. I think that's like about like because you guys have basketball. Like the only like in cricket's big in like South Asia, Australia. I think that's primarily where it's big in, and like some parts of Europe.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I think I've seen some like other like surfing. Yeah, surfing. I do want to go to Bondi Beach.
Bondi.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
A
it's
bit
overrated. Yeah,
but
I bet like it was cool
Yeah.
like 20 years ago, and now it's just like this tourist trap. Yeah.
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 But
Come over here to Melbourne and I'll give you the
yeah,
grand
we're going to
tour.
Melbourne. I'm gonna crash my yacht into the coast, and
Yes.
you're gonna come retrieve me.
Right.
Mate, you're not setting any foot near Melbourne until you pronounce it
Melbourne.
properly. That's all I'm saying.
I went
You're
to
not
I went to Leicester, and it's spelled like Leicester. I can't even think. It's spelled Leicester, but it's Leicester. And
Yeah.
yeah, I made sure to learn how to say that before I went there. I made sure. My
Yeah.
British friends were like, "Budnick, this is how you say it. Like, remember."
Say it any other way and you will get smacked across
And
the face.
they get to the cheer OSX Oishishu with the 13-bit shout me out, or you're happy. I'm very happy. And what's a monster truck? So here's a monster truck and Gishnishku, Shamrock 100. The rest of my bits, can I get a shout out? Shamrock 100.
Don't shut him out. No.
A shout out to Shamrock 100.
Don't feed him. Don't feed the ego.
So I got to get an episode with Cosmo and Cam Jam. And I don't know if their episode is going to be able to match this one. So they better bring it. Because
Oh no. Okay.
they have to bring their A game.
Okay.
Yeah.
You not just the A game, we might have to bring the parents because
Oh,
look,
okay, yeah.
I'm joking. I'm not roasting. I'm not roasting anyone. Cosmo, I'm not roasting anyone, but we know we're chill. Yeah, I don't know. It's everyone's happy to be on the cast. I've actually posted a few interviews myself with some of the members of my community. I've had RealZeroez, I've had Cam Jam. I've actually got a person. Speaking of Bunnings snags, is we've got a player at Soggy Bunnings snags, and he's been egging me on to have him on the next one. So a bit near the Christmas period, so it's kind of got everything's kind of out the window right now. Like everything's everywhere, so it's hard to manage stuff like this. So yeah. Speaking of like a huge thanks again to Sputnik for having us on this evening. It was really good. Really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun
it
as
was
well.
Chill. I liked it.
Yeah, and thank you again, Andy, as well. He's really good co-host. Rebounding the questions there. It was really good, and talked about CS.
Andy, I love that guy.
I'm just happy
He
to
just
be
doesn't love me back.
I just
Yeah.
I just don't show it.
One-way
don't show it.
relationship.
You know what? One way.
It's-
We're here for you, Andy. Don't worry.
I think it's time
Yeah.
to end.
All right, so
but,
this is a sausage sizzle from
Yeah.
Bunnings, and
Oh, is he pulling it up? On
This
the
is the Gravedigger.
For Lee O'Donnell in the
There-
VP
God
There
bless
he is.
America, the
That's right.
Gravedigger.
Flip there, Fred Lee. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful play there. Hey, we're back. We're back.
We're
Press the wrong
back.
button. I got a little eager. And
alright. Hopefully they.
everyone say your words. Say the words that you want. You got 10 seconds, and then we're gonna go.
All right. I will be there tomorrow for the Snowflake Cup. So see you all later, mates.
Join the OC Discord. Bunch of fun over there. We're a growing community. Very cool.
And thank you guys for joining. Thank you for all the bits. Really appreciate it. And the chat being active as always. Really appreciate all you guys coming out. And thanks for having me again.
Well,
Sputnik.
you're
having fun being here with you. I know I'm like the
You're
inactive
here-
co-host.
you're
though.
here
I come
is-
around.
whenever you're here. I love
So-
it. And the Gravedigger is gonna destroy everything, and we are gonna be out of here. Bye. Good night.
This moment is difficult to believe. Shall we not call quits and start